I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. As you can see, I'm on location today, but I am in a great spot to do a great interview. You don't want to miss this, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. So today you can get us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, TuneIn, Deezer, Facebook, Instagram, Roku, Amazon Fire, TV. I mean, we're everywhere. We're trying to be everywhere. And we have a wonderful, wonderful person on the show today. I have been trying to get this woman on the show for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
But I appreciate you waiting.
No problem. You're such a, she's a caretaker. She's someone who cares for people. She devotes her entire life to taking care of other people. And we want to welcome her to the show. Thank you so much for being on the show, Natasha.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
I have a couple of businesses, but what I'm focused on is my business, your residential care consultant, and it kind of ties into my primary business in which I own and operate residential facilities in the state of Florida. So my main job is helping individuals with disabilities or mental illnesses to have places to live that are welcoming, warm, safe. So that's what my primary job is. Now, however, with my consulting business, the goal is that as a minority, I don't see a lot of us in this field. And so sometimes it's overwhelming. Sometimes individuals don't want to give out the information because it happens to be, it's a rewarding job, but as well as it's rewarding to yourself emotionally and physically, it's also financially rewarding. So there's some competition out there. So they don't want nobody to know. But we should be encouraging everyone to obtain financial stability. So that's my goal, is trying to get the word out there because, again, a lot of people don't know about it. They don't know that there's other opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. I find that, a lot of people they're into it because they want the money. And that's not the right thing to do because, listen, we're all going to get old.
There you go.
And, if we don't have our families taking care of us, we're going to need someone to take care of us. And that's where you step in. That's where people who have the right heart to step in and take care of our loved ones and take care of us when we get old. Because, child, honey, I had a birthday yesterday. Don't even ask. Okay. I'm not even going to go there. But anyway.
I'm probably older than you.
I don't know. Us Black people, we don't crack. So I don't know.
Exactly. I hit the big 50, August 18th.
I hit the 49 yesterday.
Okay. Look at it. See, it's beautiful. Go ahead now. Great to be here. Great to be here in this pandemic.
Yes, definitely. So you're right, but only by 1 year. But listen to this. We're going to get old. What if our children can't take care of us? What if, you know what I mean? So this is a wonderful thing that you're doing. Tell me, why did you do this? Why did you step into this field?
Well, the thing about, let me give you two parts. I don't just do elderly. My youngest was 16 years old. So I go from age 16 all the way up, and my oldest is 55. They may just be in different homes or whatever, but I go because I specialize in individuals with developmental disability. So we don't use the word are anymore. However, I consult and help individuals open up nursing homes, those individual type things. But how I got in the field is because I was going to a mom who had mental illness. She had paranoid schizophrenia and she was bipolar. And I took care of her once I turned 18. But the process to that is that when I was 12, I went to foster care. I went to court. She couldn't take care of me. The judge said, you have to give up your rights. I went to foster care. I was blessed to have the best foster mother in the world. And I know a lot of people are like, oh God, you're lucky. But I had someone who I would have to say, if it wasn't for her, I don't know if this would be my path, because I watched her take care of other foster kids. I watched her run a food bank. So I watched her have close ties to community and helping. So it just shifted. And so as I got older, this is just the path I took. I started maybe about 16 after school working in a nursing home as a nurse's aide. And so I was like, I kind of like this. And then I had a experience with an individual who was in the hospital, and he was probably about 29, but he came from an organization, and at the time it was United Cerebral Palsy, and he came with a caretaker. And so I was like, okay, so I'm listening, I'm watching her, she's sitting there with him, and he had very little movement, but he's still a person, still engaged. So it went from there, and I at 16, so I was like, oh, I gotta get into this group home thing. I gotta get into this facility, this care thing. And then also at 18, even though I didn't live with my mom, she still lived on her own. So I started being her caretaker, and actually I started taking care of her at 18. And then when we relocated to Florida, I continued to take care of her up until 2017 when she passed. So it's kind of, I want to say, it's in my bloodline. It's there, helping and caring and,
Yeah, definitely. You said Florida.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Miami.
Girl, you're in Miami. I'm in Sarasota.
What? Oh, I see. I gotta get up there. I'm like, I need to get up to that Tampa area anyway.
Yeah. And I was in Orlando yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I travel. Hey.
Yeah, I gotta do a little bit more traveling. I don't really leave a lot, but now I am branching out. This started because I have a passion for caring, but I was like, I'm not gonna really teach. I'm gonna teach because, again, I didn't want individuals for the money part. So I'm like, I don't know. And there's some people that, ask me, they're a little sketchy, but then I started getting people who were like, I really want to know. Then I'm getting a little bit older, and I was like, well, I would like to see other people like us doing this, because we just don't have a lot of us. And I don't just teach individuals how to open up group homes. I'm helping someone open up their own healthcare agency. I'm working with someone. We're going to figure out, she wants to open up her own mobile phlebotomy clinic type in thing. So I'm working with her. So my goal is really to see how I can figure out how we get more of us, and especially in Florida. We have individuals retiring. We have a lot going on down here. And believe it or not, it's a lot easier to get in the healthcare field in Florida than it is in New York and North Carolina and those other places. Some people just don't realize it.
Oh yeah. So let me ask you a question. How do you help people? I mean, do they come to you? What do they need when they come to you?
Well, most individuals that come to me, the first thing that they're going to need is they're going to need someone to watch them 24/7. They're going to need stability. Their home life, maybe the parents are older, so the parents can't take care of them. Maybe family members, mother, father was on drugs. So, what happens over the course of being passed around. But most individuals that I deal with in my homes must have some type of intellectual disability. So autism would fall, cerebral palsy, pica, spina bifida. So it falls in. However, I do get some individuals who they may have committed a crime. And so they don't necessarily meet the competency evaluations. So then I've had some of those individuals as well. So what happens is individuals, they learn about me, they learn about the agencies, different agencies I work with, they hear about me, they call, and we kind of start the dialogue of what can I do for you? What do you exactly need from us? Are you okay with having individuals supervise you 24/7? Have individuals kind of place structure in your life. So it starts there with a conversation, because you have to want to live with us. We don't force you. We need you to want to live with us.
Yeah. And on the other end, you said you help people get these businesses and help them understand that they can actually do this as well. How do you do that?
Well, what I do is I do a 3-day. I usually start with, most individuals, I do like a 3-day master class. But this is the thing. I was doing group master classes, but what I found out is that more people want me individually. So what I'm going to be doing after probably the class I do this month, according to how many register, I'm going to break it down to the 3 days, but one-on-one. So I'm going to figure it out in my schedule. So maybe it's 2 people a week. It might end up with a waiting list, but most people kind of like the individual attention that I give them. I have some individuals who may not need the whole class because they went somewhere else. I have a lady that I'm working with. She's in Lakeland, Florida, and she's coming down to spend a weekend with me to show her, help her, because she just spent $3,000 with someone and she still is lost. And the someone, when she needed their help, told her, book me $100, whatever, and then we'll go from there. So, I'm meeting with her and I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't think you need the whole class. And I could easily say, take the class. I said, I don't think you need the whole class. I think that we need more coaching. I think we need to create a plan. So for me, it's about when I'm speaking to an individual, they tell me what they want, and then I see how I can help make that happen. So I'm kind of like nudging them and looking outside the box, because again, it's a great field. It's not a lot of us. The ones that are in the field that are like us, unfortunately, they don't want to share the information. So, I'm going to try to share it all throughout Florida and do it.
Yes, darling.
That's
Yes,
what
darling.
do.
Yes, darling. Wow. Wow. That is a lot. But I am so grateful for you. I'm so thankful that you're doing this. How can people reach you? So maybe they need a loved one being taken care of, or maybe they want to take care of loved ones. How can they reach you to get started?
Yeah. They can go to my website. It's yrcc.com. And they can hit contact me. They can contact me, or they can book me. They can schedule, a meeting or a consultation or whatever they feel they need. If they don't know what they need, just contact me and I'll respond back to it. So, awesome. But if you go to the website, I have tons of stuff, because I don't only do the trainings. We teach first aid. We teach CPR, OSHA. We teach individuals how to open up their own adult day training program for individuals. I teach you how to open up your own daycare for seniors. So transitional houses. So it's a lot that I teach you. So.
Oh yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah, but it's a great way. If you know, a lot of us too have grown up in families where we've all ended up at each other's house spending the night. So we already know what it is to be in group settings. So, we have a lot of love to give. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Definitely. Well, thank you for doing that. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you, girlfriend. I appreciate all you do, because that's not something I want to do. I'm gonna be real. I'm just be real.
But there are some individuals that don't. I've worked previous jobs, and the HR person or the accounting would be like, we are so thankful for you because we couldn't do it. Because we have rough days, and we have this. Some of my clients have behaviors. Some don't speak. So there's extra supervision. So some want to go home and live with their families, but the family don't want them. So if you call your mother 10 times in one day and she doesn't answer, that's a behavior. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot, and then we just had to deal with the pandemic and COVID. Try telling, individuals, we're not going anywhere for 6 months. So, there's some challenges, but like I said, with the right training, what I do is a lot different, because I over pour information into individuals. And I don't just train you for the 3 days or whatever. How I do it is I charge $1,500, but the thing about me is I'm going to follow you along for 1 whole year. Like every 3 months, we start with the plan. Once you do this is this, I need you to do these things in 90 days. So I'm on your trail. Like I'm on your trail. Most people go, wow, why are you doing that? I was like, because at the end of the day, we've all had these master classes, these courses, and they just leave us with, well, I gave it to you, but what do I do with it? How do I prioritize all of this that you gave me? This is a lot. So, I just want to be able to see people, because I really need to see people do this, because there's individuals that really need this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we're going to have all of that information in the description box below, so you guys can actually go ahead, and if this is something you want to do or a service you need, you can contact her, and Natasha will definitely get in contact with you and follow through with you. And if you don't want her on your case for an entire year, just don't do it. But if you do, you need that guidance, you need to get in contact with her. Girlfriend, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, and I have to come to Sarasota and see you and hang out.
Yes.
Thank you. Looking good for 49. Looking good.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much. God bless, and you stay safe.
And you too. And
Bye-bye.
you too. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio. And don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time, guys. Bye.
be different. I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare.